All right, you guys ready?
In inches, in miles, and laughter in sky. 525,600 minutes.
This is an amazing cast. Just watching it at rehearsal, I was blown away. Tell me kind of the approach since we're directing to getting these through.
It's weird Rent summer camp of like the super Red Bull extreme. We have only a week and a half to rehearse it, and then we do 3 quick performances and we're done. But those performances are for 17,000 people a night at the Hollywood Bowl. So we've had to increase the cast by 10. It's normally 15 people, so with 10 more, it's almost twice the sound vocally. And instead of a 6-person band, we have, I think, 11 or 12 people in the orchestra. Reorchestrated the show for a bigger sound for the bowl. So this will be unlike anything you've ever heard before, and it's my job just to sort of helm the ship and make sure it doesn't fall apart.
What's the biggest challenge for you? I mean, you're rehearsing such a short amount of time. Like, for you, especially playing Mimi, what's the biggest challenge?
I think figuring out the character, and that's probably why I can't get the songs out of my head. And I go home, and I'm still like in Mimi land, and it's kind of odd because it's such a journey Mimi goes through, you know. So just kind of figuring that out, and the choreography, of course, as well. Out tonight's kind of a beast to tackle, but it's going to be fun.
Are you going to be like on railings? Like
not saying a word. You have to see it to know.
The musical's been around for over a decade, and people have seen it done so many times. And to make sure in such a short amount of time that you really dig deep and that you really create your own character, you find your own Maureen that's truthful to you with who you are and connect and find your own Maureen. I've been trying to do that, but at the same time, I've been really wanting to make her playful and fun.
What's the biggest challenge for you as a director for this production? Like you said, in such a limited amount of time.
The tricky thing for me has been not being able to honor the real process of directing, which is encouraging people to come without a preconceived notion and letting us all learn it together and find it together. We just don't have the time for that. So I encourage everyone to already know the show by the time they got here so that we could concentrate on specifics and movement, because we really, quite frankly, we barely had time after 5 days to just block the show. So I wish that I could be able to let people explore a little bit more. Instead, it's like my big thumbprint is on it. I'm showing you exactly what I think should be done now and quickly, and then leaving it up to the cast to fill in the spaces.
Neil's amazing. I mean, he's an actor's director. He was an actor as well, so like he knows how to get his point across in a way that you completely understand, and he has such great energy. I'm like, I'll be crashing, and he's like, let's go, guys. It's great. It's contagious.
Neil is awesome, Chawsome Blossom. He's really great. He's obviously knows the musical inside out because he's been a part of it. And I love that he knows exactly what he's talking about and knows all the right questions to ask you. But at the same time, when he feels you and is connected with you and understands what you're doing, he leaves you alone and he trusts you and says, okay, do it. Like a couple times he's been like, well, why don't you do this? I'll be like, because Neil, I feel this, and the reason if I don't do this, then the stars will not be aligned, and the ether will not be at its fullest potential. I just made that up, by the way. But then he's like, okay, cool. Yeah, you can just keep whatever you were doing. I'm not going to mess with it.